Thank you so much, Grand Marshal, and thank you to Chancellor Martin for inviting me to be part of this occasion and to welcome him on this great journey. In preparing this poem, I thought critically, as a poet who writes about family history, particularly the story of my family who came to the United States as refugees from Vietnam, if that story could represent the story of the university. And I was very at peace when you reminded me that any part of something can illuminate the whole. Momentum. For so long, I envied the engineering of birds, hollow bones, feathers, wings, how they evolved against gravity, against the seduction of Earth, pulling us toward its center, its core of iron and nickel, like the dream that decades ago pulled my family to California from across the Pacific Ocean, across fields and forests slashed and burned, villages bombed to particles of nothing, mountain ranges and rivers where the dead remain unfound, unnamed, unclaimed even by history. I can only imagine. I can only believe that any species seeking to survive catastrophe and circumstance will find a way. How else did my mother put food on the table after my father left us for another life? How did she rise night after night into an ancient darkness with no dawn in sight to light a candle by which she mended the uniform I wore to school each day? How did she teach me the abject alphabet of America without knowing the sound the letters made? How did we learn our new names, our rights, our values, despite all that attempted to convince us we had no value? Did we dare see the sky and think all that blue belonged to us? I imagine the first birds thought that. I imagine they felt the sky open inside them and ran so fast into the wind they forgot they were running. They forgot they were whatever they were before they were birds. They forgot the laws of physics and lifted clean off the ground. Birds of war, birds of migration, birds of naturalization exams and long-distance calling cards, birds of nail salons and beauty supply stores and auto shops and laundromats, birds of restaurants and supermarkets and pharmacies, birds of shame, birds of rage, birds of hope and faith. I carry inside myself their extraordinary design, their invention of flight, their kingdom of sky. What began in me as envy transformed into evidence, knowledge of inner momentum, knowledge of the once impossible. I was once a beast, silenced by the experiments of nature and nature's cruelest experiment. Human nature told me I wasn't meant to speak. History and literature told me the myth of survivors transformed into birds, cursed to wander the earth. But I will testify. I will sing the song. I will find a way. I will fly. If momentum is defined as the quantity of motion of a moving body measured as a product of its mass and velocity, then let it be known. I am momentous and monumental. I am the speed of thunder and storm. I am the mass of every bird that has come before me, every beating wing, every beating heart, every bone thrown fast and fearless and graceless against the wind and gravity. And I will not be stopped. Thank you.